So the first card that's fallen is the Cobweb, which says protected from negative forces beyond your control. So whatever's happening around you, even if it feels like it's all not so good, you are being protected. And, there are forces at work that are protecting you against the worst possible outcome. So you are being protected. So you've got the Ring over here. Marriage will take place either romantic or business. So there's some sort of contract that will be signed. Maybe you're thinking of signing a new contract. Maybe you're starting a new job. Maybe you're getting married. So there is some sort of legal contract that will be signed soon. And you've got the Goldfish over here, an increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So either way, with this contract, it could be a new job that's coming in for you, or even a partnership that is coming in for you that is going to lead to an increase in wealth for you. You've got the Goldfish there. So in the past, you've got the Rabbit, which says too much concern over sexual matters. Maybe you've been focusing a lot on sexual matters. And you've got the Yoke over here, feeling tied down or frustrated. So maybe things are not moving as fast as you'd like. Maybe you feel like you're very restricted, tied up to your work, tied up to whatever situation you are in, and that is frustrating you a little bit. So going into the future, you've got the Tower, which says a solid foundation, success with effort. So it seems like whatever this contract is, it's going to bring in the Tower, which is a solid foundation, and a lot of success coming in as well. So whatever this contract is that you're signing, it looks like you're building a very solid foundation with it. And you've got the Lily, which is usually about long-term things. Things that will stand the test of time, things that are going to be, something that's going to last into the future. So you're building this really good foundation, and it looks like it's going to be very long term. And there's a lot of spiritual love as well with the Lily card. But generally with the Lily, it's talking about something long term, that you can retire on, if you like, or, that leaves legacies. The Lily is usually about legacies. So this foundation that you're building at the moment, maybe together with this contract, is going to be something that's very long term, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of love and a lot of growth as well. So these are the energies for that week. So the main energies is the Nine of Pentacles. Now in this deck, it looks like you're making plans for the future. You have a goal that you want to achieve, and you are making plans. And you have an idea about what you want to do, and you know that whatever maybe you're making long-term plans with your work, and you know that this is going to bring you the abundance and stability that you need. But definitely planning ahead. You're planning ahead about what you want to do in order to achieve your financial independence. Generally, this card does talk about financial independence and achievement. So this is where you're heading at this particular moment. You might not really know how you're going to get to it, but you have a vision in your mind, you have a goal in your mind, and you know what you want to do. So you are making some plans. So what's going on around you? You've got the Knave of Cups, and you've got crossed by the Nine of Swords. So there might be some sort of message coming in for you. It's causing a little bit of upset with you, because you've got this Nine of Swords over you. You can see there's a lot of chaos, people fighting, a lot of competition, you having to stand up and defend yourself. So somebody may have brought in some kind of message for you, or rather, you might be going through this period where there are a lot of people, against you and fighting with you, and there is somebody coming in to help you. So this is generally unexpected help coming in the form of, somebody wise, somebody, you can see this man is pouring something into this, filling this man's cup. And you can see this particular man with the horns is fighting. So this could be, you. And there you have unexpected help, advice coming in for you to help you defend yourself. So he's still got his shield there, and here he's using it in this fight. And now he's got unexpected help, somebody coming in to give you advice, giving you a message, give you information in order to sort your problems out. So whatever problem you are dealing with at the moment, you're going to have an assistant or somebody that comes and unexpectedly comes and gives you advice. It might be somebody that you didn't expect to be there for you to take your part, to give you that idea. And this person looks like they've been through, a lot themselves, because they're quite old. They seem to know exactly what they're saying. So whatever advice is coming in for you, you need to actually take it in order to sort out a situation where there's, you're facing a lot of problems right now. And so somebody coming in to give you that advice unexpectedly. So in the past, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. It looks like, you have some sort of position and work that is quite stable. You might be in authority, in a position of authority. And this is coming in the last year, a management position, where you're in charge and you're very organized and very practical, and you're sorting things out. You're sort of giving the orders, if you like, and you are, being very diplomatic. And, it's got to do with work, because this is the Queen of Pentacles, and she is, it's a card ruled by Taurus. So, you are earning sufficiently right now. The job you are working at is paying well, and you are in charge, probably of a lot of people right now. So in the last 3 months, you've got the Three of Rods, meeting maybe a lot of people from, foreign countries, putting out your message to the world, really, with this Three of Rods. A lot of inspiration, a lot of networking coming in, and maybe beginning brand new projects as well, that involves in the international community rather than being really localized. So whatever projects you have, you've been putting it out to the world, and you're getting a lot of success, because the Three of Rods is also about success. So you've got your projects going out, and it's starting to bring some stability, opening doors, bringing abundance, meeting a lot of people, a lot of networking, maybe meeting a lot of foreigners, people that are foreign to you. And, you are putting out this message, and people are really impressed with it. So this has been going on in the last year. So this new job, or whatever job you have over here, has got that financial stability, but it's also got that element of working with an international community, and they're receiving it pretty well, whatever you're doing. You're trying to bring in some balance. You're coming across as a very caring person with this Temperance card over here, but you're trying to grow things up, nurture it. Whatever this project is, you're nurturing it. You've started it from scratch, and you're putting a lot of effort into it, and trying to make sure that it's balanced and that it's going well. So going to the future, this is the Knave of Swords. Watch out for people that are not looking out for your best interests. People that are like digging your grave for you, impression coming out over here. So somebody sneaking around, carrying tales, information going out against you. They're hoping, almost hoping to get rid of you from that particular post. So they're not working in your best interests. The Knave of Swords is about spies and deceit and gossip and really nastiness. So there is somebody there in your vicinity or in your arena that is not really supportive of you. Be very careful of this person. Make sure you're not telling people all your secrets. So what's happening with you now? You're achieving the King of Pentacles. So you're going to the top. This is the King of Rods. So this is how you're coming across as being the King of Rods. Now, the King of Rods is a very paternal figure, a very fatherly figure, somebody who knows what has happened, gives good advice, is a very stable kind of person. You can see a person who gives orders and expects them to be done, but also somebody who is very supportive of people, and that is how you're coming across. You are coming across as somebody that people can turn to in times of trouble, and that you give good advice, and that you are very proactive. But your word means your word is your bond, rather. So in other words, you say what you mean, and you are willing to back up whatever you say. So there are people that turn to you for that advice and support, and they know that they can rely on you. They know that you're not going to get very emotional about it, and that you will protect their best interests. So around you, you're worried a little bit about money over here. You've got the Six of Pentacles over here. You can see balancing finances. So balancing your work and, your money, your spending. So what's coming in versus what's going out. So you really are worried about finances at the moment, and maybe you're struggling a little bit with it, trying to make sure that you're not overspending. And that seems to be a lot on your mind. That seems to be your focus, trying to get your money sorted. Maybe the work that you're doing is not as balanced as far as payment goes. Maybe you're overworking and not getting sufficient money for whatever work you're doing. So it's not even. You might be putting in extra hours and not getting paid for it. So you need to take that up and investigate that further on how you can actually improve that kind of situation. This man doesn't look too happy. His coins he's not getting a lot of money for the work that he's put in. This egg represents the amount of work and effort that he's put in, but he's not getting paid very well. So this might be the situation that is going on. You're not really being paid very well or appreciated. So on your mind, you've got some new idea that you want to put into action in order for you to get, it's a new project or a new work idea. So you want to plant that seed, and you're willing to do the work in order for this new idea or new venture to take root. So you do have this idea, but you now have an idea on how you want to implement it. So it's not just a figment of your imagination. You have a very practical idea, and you want to actually put it into play. You want to start working on it so that you can produce abundance. So going into the future, you have this is the Hangman, and you've got the Five of Rods, and you've got the Tower card. So with the Hangman, this is a turning point card in the tarot, where you need a lot of, making sacrifices for the things that you want to do. And here he looks like, he has to put a lot of effort in order to move that stone. So whatever work that you are doing, that you're going to need to put in a lot of effort. Whatever project you're doing, you're going to have to put in a lot of effort in order for you to make things happen. There could be, news that is coming in that is not so good about what is going on as well. So bearing that in mind, you can see this horse has to pull this particular rock, and this man is like also tied to this rock. So you are very, very much tied to your work. And, it's not all good news. It's not all being all good, smooth sailing. You might feel like you don't have the strength to actually do it. So with the Hangman card, it is time to reassess your goals, reassess how you're going to do things, and come up with a new plan in order for you to make things happen. And, despite any kind of obstacles or problems, you're going to have to come up with the solution to this particular problem, and you're going to have to stop and think about it, see things in a different light, speak to people. Maybe a sacrifice of sorts might need to be made, sacrifice of more time, more effort going into it in order to achieve what you want. Now, you've got an assessment coming up over here with this Five of Rods. You can see lots of people coming in and assessing your work. So whatever's happening around you, there might be a workplace assessment, and, you have to present whatever you've done to the world, really, or people are assessing what you're doing. Now, you've got the Tower card coming in over here. There might be somebody around you that is causing a lot of problem, that will cause a lot of problems with you. Now, the Tower card, it's usually a big revelation, something big coming in over here to change the way things have been going. So after this workplace assessment, there seems to be something that happens that produces a lot of change in energy, a shift in energy. It's not something that you control. It's something that is bigger than you, something that somebody else is controlling, and it causes a lot of maybe disruption in your life. You're going to have to just go with the flow. Unfortunately, with the Tower card, these are events that are major arcana. We cannot control them. And, you just have to, hope for the best, really, and hope that everything works out completely in a positive way. The Tower comes in to shift any kind of energies, and generally it's, if you've got negative energies bunching up over here, the Tower comes in with all its chaos and all its problems and all its drama, and it shifts that energy into something different. It's almost like negative energy builds up and then just explodes, and that's exactly what the Tower comes and does. So some information coming in that's going to cause a big change in your life, because you've got the Hangman over here, and he's just sitting, and the energies are stuck. Even this horse is stopped, and it's not moving. And then you've got this workplace assessment coming in over here, people coming in and criticizing you. Maybe you haven't been acting with a lot of confidence. So this Tower is going to come in and bring in something that changes all of that. It shifts that kind of energy where you have to move forward. You will need to act with confidence, and you will need to make a move where you're not sitting down. So that's what the Tower does. It comes and it pushes you into activity. And it also removes things like, you can see there's the Knave of Swords over here, saying things behind your back. It moves all that kind of energy out of the way, and it clears the space in order for you to move forward. And even though it seems very disruptive, that's exactly what it does. And it's almost as though the universe wants that to happen for your best interest. Okay, so you've got, I'm drawing cards from the Animal Tarot over here. So you've got the Eight of Autumn, which says, it is a perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school. taking a seminar or conducting research. Do your best work and the law of attraction will bring prosperity and career advancement. So you might end up going back into studying or retraining as well. Maybe this is what the Tower is going to bring in for you, some sort of retraining or some sort of education. You can see this parrot has really got his nose deep in the books over there. So you've got the King of Summer as the next card, which is a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So you are going to get some kind of advice. There you've got this person over here coming in, giving you this advice. It's a wise person, and it is somebody who is very compassionate and will know exactly what you need in order for you to get through any kind of problems that you are dealing with at the moment. And the last card is the Princess of Winter, which says, this is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. So whatever information is coming in, it's very logical, very truthful information coming in, and you can't shoot the messenger. You've got to accept the information given to you and use that to move forward. So whatever information this person is bringing in for you, it's going to be very factual. They're very compassionate. They do understand, but it's going to help you sort out this problem that you're dealing with. It's unexpected help coming in. And, maybe this fighting that you're just going through is that Tower moment. So that information, because the Tower also talks about information coming in for you to change things. And with this Princess of Winter, it is talking about you going through this intellectual challenge, and this information that's going to come in is going to change that energy that you're going through, a very dramatic change. So whatever information is coming in, be aware that it's going to be coming in and it's going to be shifting energies around. And you need to go with the flow. If you employ that information that comes into your life, even though it causes a lot of havoc, it's going to be something that shifts you into a better position. So you will be moving into something better, but if there looks like there's going to be some big shift in energy and big change, there might be a need for you to go back into studying as well, education as well. And you do have somebody who is very reliable or very trustworthy, somebody whose advice you can accept. This is unexpected, and it's something that is going to be given to you in your best interests. So take that advice, and that's going to allow you to move forward and out of these energies that you seem to be a bit stuck in at this particular moment. So this is the energies for this week. You are making future plans, and that's very important for you to see the bigger picture. So look into the future and make your plans for the future to get your independence, your financial independence.